Hey, what's going on, guys? Another day in the life, of course. Um, Today, I want to kind of discuss something, especially one thing that I think a lot of people misunderstand. They feel like this business, I said before, it's not easy. In a lot of respects, it can be. In some respects, it's not. But one thing that people tend to kind of misconstrue. Yes, you can go to different dealerships and find vehicles for different pricing. But what you got to understand, especially with pre-owned vehicles, new vehicles differ. But with pre-owned vehicles, like this one, you have to take in consideration that we are a retail business. So we're taking this Lexus, for instance. Yes, we have it priced at a nice price, online, of course. But you have to look at it from a retail standpoint. Whenever you walk into, let's just say Michael Kors, for instance, or let's just say when you guys buy your Jordans, and a lot of you buy a lot of Jordans and stuff. So when you buy your Jordans, or when you buy your Nikes, or when you buy anything like that, when you walk into Foot Locker, or when you walk into any different retailer, do you tell them I'm not paying that price? So like when you go in there, Jordan's $250, do you say I'm not paying $250 for those Jordans? You don't. A little revelation for you. Did you know that apparel, textiles, that is the highest markup product in the market? So basically it costs them, just to put it in perspective, it costs them maybe $10 to make those Jordans. And I'm probably going over a high number, but it costs them about $10 to make those Jordans, and you're paying $250 for something that you're gonna walk in. Just telling you. Now, on another end, when you come to vehicles, for instance, if I'm selling a vehicle, let's just say, for instance, for 25 grand, or if I'm selling a vehicle for 30 grand, and I bought it for, let's just say, 26,000, and you come into an automotive retail store, because this is a retail store, just like when you go in a Foot Locker, where else you got? Academy, Athlete's Foot, anything like that. Like anywhere you go where you're going to actually purchase something. So this is the same thing here. So when you come into here, the first thing that a lot of people say, and it's something that I hear a lot, I don't get discouraged because I just know it's the make of this business. But the first thing people say is they look at our price tag and they tell me I'm not paying that. Now, I can be goofy, I could be silly about it, but honestly, what makes you the person that's not gonna pay my price? Honestly, the same people that do that are the same people that actually go out there and they'll spend $200-300 on a Michael Kors purse that does nothing, or red bottoms that do nothing. Again, it's just for walking. That's it. These shoes are for walking. That's it. So they'll do that for those. And that's almost 1,000% markup. They spend $30 to make them, and then they charge you $1,000, $1,500. Jordans, which is probably one of the highest bought out and sought out pair of shoes in the market, and you pay that. So explain to me, if you have a family, even if you're single, your safety is still very important to you. So with your safety being very important to you, and this is not to say that most people are naive or anything like that, because actually I feel like anyone that's buying a vehicle, most people are educated, very educated. Trust me, very educated. And I learn a lot from you, my customers, you. So with that being said, if you walk into my store and you say, okay, well, I noticed your price is at 25.8, you know, and then plus add-ons and things like that. Tax, title, license, you may end up out the door at around, you know, 29, 28 something. So, and you say, well, I'm not paying that. Well, in my mind, the first thing I'm thinking is, well, that's our value. Yes, down the street, you may be able to get the vehicle for maybe a couple of $100 less, but this is something that I learned a long time ago, and I thank my granddad for it. The best price is not always the best deal. It's not, people, honestly. So what I will be doing is not only will I be educating you on your credit and stuff like that, definitely educate me too, because there's things that I still need to learn. There's aspects in the way a customer thinks that I need to learn myself, because I take this as a strong craft. So I would actually like to know what you guys think. You know, you think I'm going a little too far with it? I mean, basically stating that any product that I have here, if I bought it for a certain price and then I have a little markup, this is a for-profit business, you know, not a non-profit business. So, you know, with that being said, whenever you go anywhere, I mean, I honestly want somebody to walk into McDonald's and you tell them when they bring you your receipt or when they print up your receipt, I want you to tell them I'm not paying that. And I want you to negotiate your prices on your meals, on your shoes, on your clothes. Start doing that. And actually, to be real honest with you, a lot of us in this industry and in the housing industry, real estate agents, hey, holla at me. But we have a difficult job because it's hard for us to get people to understand that this is actually a retail store. For some reason, people have the misconception that this is a wholesale lot, or like wholesales, like car sales and home buying and stuff like that. They feel like it's wholesales. So they definitely go into that level where they feel like there's thousands and thousands of dollars of markup on pre-owned vehicles, for instance. You know, new vehicles, of course, there's rebates and stuff like that the manufacturer actually hands out. And they do that. A lot of those, they give most of that to their loyal customers. So those that already have the product that they are trying to buy. So for instance, with me, Ford. Somebody comes in here and they already have a Ford and they're trying to trade it in to get another Ford. Of course, they are afforded or granted other coupons, other rebates, and I mean, other discounts. I mean, that's the make of the land. You know, loyalty is rewarded, and that's kind of how it is. But going forward, that's actually what I want to know. And this one right here is just gorgeous. I'm sorry. I hate to digress. Sorry about this, guys, but this one right here, this is probably one of the best looking Raptors I've seen. Yeah, I love that color scheme. I love that color scheme. And like I said, I mean, this is what it is. Look at that, man. Yeah. One of my Raptor fans. But anyway, get back to me, comment, let me know what you think. I mean, going forward, I'm trying to learn. Just like I'm trying to teach people, I'm trying to learn myself. You know, I'm one of those people, I'm pro learning. You know, so help me help you, you know, so I can help you help me, and so on and so on. All right, guys, have a great one.